What's up guys, TheManoy here, and today I'll be talking about how to inspect a second-hand motorcycle that you are planning to buy. Okay. My first video talked about why buying a second-hand motorcycle is a better option as compared to buying a new one. So right now I'll be talking about inspecting, or you have a prospect motorcycle that you saw in Facebook Marketplace, in the classified ads, and I'm talking about this idea or this endeavor in the setting that we are in. Take note, I'm from Cebu City, so I assume that you are also in the Philippines, same country as I am, but these tips and tricks can also be applied to wherever you are. May you be in another country, or who knows. Okay, so I'll be teaching you how some 5 easy tips on how to buy a second-hand motorcycle that you are interested in. Okay. Tip number one. Okay, tip number one is more of the, let's say you found a motorcycle on Facebook Marketplace or in a classified ads, and you're interested. So the first thing to do is you do your research. You have online resources available today. You do your research first. What is it about? Just to get a general idea what you're trying to get to, or what you're trying to buy. Okay, so, and also try to get an idea of what the bike is from other users. You can check online forums, or who knows, maybe there is a Facebook group dedicated to that specific kind of motorcycle. Check their comments, check their reviews, so on and so forth, so that you'll have an idea of what your bike or your future bike is all about. Tip number 2 would be to contact the seller. Okay. It doesn't matter how you're going to contact the seller, may it be through chat, or you're going to call him, or by email, or you're going to meet him in person right away. But the second thing to do is to get to know the owner. Getting to know the owner of the bike is one major factor for you to decide if you're gonna buy the motorcycle or not. Okay, because you can tell a lot about the motorcycle from the owner. Okay, like, where does the owner live, or what does he do for a living, or how often does he ride, and stuff like that, or has he ever done any maintenance to the bike. Make your questions more specific about the bike that you are intending to buy. Like, ask him about the service history. How many kilometers is there on the bike? Has he crashed it, or is he the first owner, or is he the second owner? These things, general questions about the bike, and stuff like that. And of course, the most important thing about buying a second-hand motorcycle in the Philippines is to know if the bike is registered, if it is expired, has the registration been renewed, does he have original documents? If he is the second or third owner, does he have a deed of sale from the previous owner which he bought it from? So if he answers yes, it is registered, yes, he has all the proper documents, then that is a good sign. Okay, if he says no to any of those, then okay, find another bike. There's always another one around out there. Okay, so third tip for buying a second-hand motorcycle. So let's say you have agreed to meet up with the buyer, and you want to have a look at the motorcycle. So this is the fun part. This is also the part where if what he says about the bike matches what you see on the bike. Okay, so we'll go through this thoroughly, because this is a bit complicated. Well, not really complicated, but you need to be detailed. We need to be detailed in this part. Okay, let's say you've come up to an agreement with the owner that you want to inspect his motorcycle. So you meet up with him and talk a bit. So you're going to inspect the bike. So here are some things to consider or to look at when you're checking the motorcycle. In this case, we're going to use this 2000, no, not 2000. This is a 99 model Honda Africa Twin 750. It's pretty old, and well, it does have some history, and people still are interested in bikes of this age, especially this category. This is a classic already, a classic adventure bike, dual sport. You can take this out anywhere. You can go to the trails, to the dirt. You can use it as a highway, long distance trips, and so on and so forth. Well, anyway, we're not going to talk about the Africa Twin that much. We're going to use the Africa Twin as an example for inspecting your hopefully new motorcycle. So let's start with, of course, the visual inspection. Like check if there are any visual damages, like dents, scratches, or a warped brake rotor or stuff like that. Check if there are accessories installed, like for this in this case there are crash bars over there. There's a pannier rack at the back. You got a top case, and it has a center stand at the bottom, which is a big plus. Okay, that means you can do stuff on your own, like change the tires, change the oil, and so on and so forth. So also, this is a good opportunity for you to check the mileage. Okay, the mileage of the motorcycle. Let's say the owner says that it only has what, 25,000 kilometers, but once you look at it, let's see how to check the mileage. It's right there. It's normally on the speedometer. Okay, it says here 30,000 kilometers. Okay, not bad for a bike of this age. Okay, damages. Well, here's one. Okay, this is at the bar end. Check the other side. It has a cap. Okay, now what does this tell us? It means that this bike probably has fallen on its side one time. Well, after further inspecting, you can see that the handguard right here is damaged. So this bike has been crashed. Yeah, don't ask me why, but this bike has crashed a few times. It's an adventure bike, by the way. Okay, all right. So let's fire this up. Let's see if we get to hear some weird noises. Okay, also on the subject of accessories, ask the owner what else has he added onto it. So in this case, there's a switch here. Why are there two switches? This is the kill switch, and this is something else. So ask the owner, what is that for? Okay, it's a neutral. Yeah, it's a neutral. This fires up. Right, so try to check the engine, or check for unusual sounds, like if you hear something like a This one has an aftermarket exhaust, by the way. The engine should be quiet, but if you can hear something like a, I don't know, unusual noises like rattling noises or something very unnerving, unsettling, then okay, chances are that there's something wrong with the engine. So that's something to walk away from, right? Now, the last part, the best part. Now, the best part, or should I say the last part in inspecting a second-hand motorcycle is to take it out for a spin. Now, on the subject of test riding the motorcycle, please be careful though. Chances are, well, there are possibilities that it might fall off, but especially if you're a new guy, check if you're comfortable on the bike. You can reach the ground comfortably, you can manage the weight. If those two things do not, meet your requirements, then walk away. Okay, it's better to walk away from a motorcycle than to buy one, and it might cause trouble, or might hurt you in the future if you proceed with the purchase. Now, in the test ride on the motorcycle, check everything like the brakes, if they work properly, and maneuvering the bike. Does it have any weird handling issues? Does it feel weird? Like you feel like there's something going on? Like, is there a wobble in the handlebars? And does the engine work properly? Does it accelerate properly, or is the acceleration smooth? Is there any sputtering and unusual noises from the exhaust? Does it backfire and stuff like that? Chances are that bike needs to be tuned also, or worse, something needs to be changed. So if you like the bike, well, talk to the owner, talk about price. If you come to an agreement, good, congratulations on your new bike. So, well, as for this case, 99 Honda Africa Twin 750. It's too old. It's my personal bike, but if I were a buyer, if I were a prospective buyer looking at this bike and I see those things, I'd walk away. Anyway, that's it for today. If you like this video, give it a like. If you don't like it, give it a dislike. Whatever, man. Anyway, if you like the content that I'm putting out, please subscribe. Gives me motivation to make another one. Anyway, that's it for today. See you around next time.